Hi, my name is Ashok and I am from FinEx Training. I am going to explain collateral management in this video. Collateral management with the help of an example of your repo. Okay, repo, also called repurchase agreement. Repurchase agreement. Now, let me just quickly explain what is repo so that it makes more sense when I explain collateral management. So, quickly, what is repo? Repo is an agreement. Repo is an agreement to sell and repurchase at the future date. Okay, at the future date you will repurchase it at the higher rate. So how is this possible? Let me explain it to you. Say for example, X and Y. X is the borrower and Y is the lender. So X wants to borrow 100 rupees. Now when X wants to borrow 100 rupees, he is supposed to keep a collateral. Okay, so collateral is in some security. So for example, he is keeping his bond. Generally, in the corporate world, bond is accepted at a very retail, level. For at the ground level, you can think like somebody is keeping his gold as the collateral. But otherwise, at the corporate level, generally government bond, GSEC or government bond. Okay, G refers to government over here, government bond, and the value of this bond will be more than the collateral. Say for example, 103. Okay. Now, why 103? Why not lower than this loan amount? Because if it is lower than the loan amount, for example 95, then Mr. X will never feel the need to repay the loan, right? Because he has given only bond worth for 95, whereas he has already taken higher value loan. So that's why the collateral value will be higher than the loan amount, so that the borrower feels the need to repay. Okay, and this deal will have the second leg as well. In the second leg, uh, you know X will uh, get back his collateral. Okay, and he will repay 100 also, plus the charges charged by Mr. Y lender. Let's say that is 2. So that means he will pay 102 at the time of maturity, right? 102. So this is called what? Repo. Now why this is called as repo? You see this, Mr. X is giving an asset and taking cash. So this is very similar to sell. Okay, very similar to sell. And here Mr. X is giving cash and taking back his product. So this is similar to um, this is giving cash and he is taking back his product. Okay, so it is like purchase. Yes, purchasing something. When you purchase, you give cash and you will take some product. That's why it is purchase. So he is selling first, then he is purchasing. So I can say selling first, then he is repurchasing. So he is selling first, he sold it for 100. He sold it for 100 and he repurchased it for 102. Okay, he repurchased it for 102. So repurchase we shortly call as repo or repurchase agreement, wherein he is promising to sell at 100 and repurchase at 102. Okay, so this is 100 and 102. That's why higher rate 102. That's why the name repo. Fine. Now let's get into collateral management. Okay, so let's say again there is borrower, there is lender. He wants to borrow, let's say $1 million, and he is supposed to keep, let's say, 103 percentage. So what do you mean by that 103 percentage? Now we'll see collateral management. Now let's say X and Y again, borrower, lender, borrower, lender. Borrower, say for example, he is keeping 1 million as the collateral. When he's keeping 1 million as the collateral, how much can he borrow for? Let's say initial margin. This amount is called as initial margin. Okay. Let's say this is 103%. If this is 103%, how much money can he borrow as loan? So if he wants to borrow 103, I mean he wants to collateralize, if he is collateralizing for 103, he will get 100 as the loan. Okay, and now he is collateralized 1 million. So how much money will he take as loan? So I'm just doing cross multiplication. So this comes to 970,874. 970,874. Okay, so that means he can borrow 970,874. Okay, and this is called initial margin. Initial margin, the amount that initially he is supposed to keep it with the lender. The amount that the borrower is supposed to keep it with the lender initially, it is called initial margin. Okay, and this difference of amount is called as haircut. So let me explain this terminology as well. Difference of amount as in between 1 million and 970,874. So haircut, so if I want to calculate haircut in this case, haircut is equal to $1 million minus 970,874. So 970,874. So this comes to 29,126. This is the haircut. But if I want to convert this into percentage, so haircut percentage will be 29,126 divided by $1 million, because that was the base amount for 100. So this will come to 2.91%. Okay, so haircut percentage is 2.91. There is another way to calculate this. 1 minus 1 by initial margin. So 1 minus 1 by initial margin is 103%. Okay, 103%. So 1 minus 1 by 1.03. So when I calculate this, it will come to 1 minus 0.9708. That will come to 0.0291. Now to convert it into percentage, I'll multiply by 100 and I will get 2.91%. Okay, so this is how I'm supposed to find out haircut. Okay, so now where is collateral management coming into the picture? Let's say it is a 90-day repo. So 90 days repo, because repos are for short term, right? So it is a money market instruments where the borrower is borrowing and agreeing to repay within 1 year. So let's say this is a 90-day repo. So this is 0 to 90 days, and he has borrowed 970,874. So 970,874. Then how much will he repay? Okay, so how much he is supposed to repay is 970,874, and let's say lender charges repo rate of 2%. 2%. Okay, repo rate of 2%. So how does this work? Into 2% into, this is for 90 days, so 90 by 360. Okay, 90 by 360. So I'm considering as 360 days in a year. This will be mentioned in the repo agreement, master repo agreement. It will be mentioned. So it depends upon what sort of agreement takes place. It can be 360 or 365. Okay, depending upon the agreement. So here I'm considering as 360 days in a year. Okay, so 90 by 360. Now this calculation comes to 4854. So this is the benefit or income that the lender is going to get. So plus 4854 will come to 975,728. 975,728. So this is what the borrower is supposed to repay at maturity. That means 90 days. Now suppose after 30 days from today, okay, the value of the collateral, that means that government bond, value of the collateral comes down by, let's say, 10,000. So how will you manage the collateral? Okay, so that's what we are going to see now. So how is collateral management done? How is collateral management done? Okay, so how it will be done? Let's see. 0, 90. Initially it was 970, 874 borrowed amount, and repaying amount is 975, 728. 975, 728. So now let's see after 30 days. So we are standing here. So after 30 days. So after 30 days, we have to find out the adjusted loan amount. See, from 0 to 90 days, the amount is going up by 4854. So it is going up by 4854 in 90 days. So in 30 days, how much it will go up by? Okay, so slowly, that's how it is reaching to 975, 728. Okay, that's his liability. That's the borrower's liability on the 90th day. So on the 30th day, what will be his liability? Okay, so in 90 days, he is paying 4854 extra. Or okay, so in 30 days, how much will he pay? So again, I'm just doing cross multiplication. 30 into 4854 divided by 90. That comes to 1618. Yeah, that comes to 1618. Yeah, so 1618. So his liability will go up by 1618. Okay, it will go up by 1618, which comes to this comes to 972,492. It comes to 972,492. Okay, so this is the liability. Okay, so this is the new liability for the borrower. Okay, so now let me write this again. This is as if he has borrowed 972,492. So 972,492, and what is the value of the collateral? Now mind you, collateral's value has come down by 10,000. That was the question. Okay, it has come down by 10,000. So it is 990,000 at the moment. 990,000. So how do I do collateral management? So collateral management is, the condition is initial margin should be 103%. Okay, initial margin should be 103%. That means if he is borrowing 100, 103, his liability is 100, 103 he is supposed to keep as the collateral. Right now his liability is 972,492. Then what should be the initial margin? Okay, so, or what should be the collateral? So again I'll do cross multiplication. 972,492 into 103 divided by 100. So this will come to yeah, 972,492 into 103 divided by 100. So this comes to 100,166,7. Okay, so 1,01,667. This is the value of the collateral. whereas right now the collateral is only 990,000, whereas this much is required. So the lender will ask the borrower to pay more, which is called as variation margin. Okay, variation margin means based on the change in the collateral value, the amount that is adjusted, that is called variation margin. Okay, based on the change in the value of the collateral. So 1,001,667 minus 990,000, because right now only this much is there. So this comes to 11,667. 11,667. So this much the borrower is supposed to pay more on the 30th day to the lender. Lender will ask this much of money. Only then the initial margin will come to 103%. This is called collateral management. Okay. Now suppose instead of bonds value going up, let's say bonds value, instead of bonds value coming down to 990,000, let's say it has gone up to, let's say 1,010,000. Okay, so now it is 1 million. Let's say it has gone to 1,010,000. Then not 10, let's say, yeah, let's say 10,000. It has gone up by 10,000. Now mind you, the new loan, the new liability is 972,492. So 972,492, and we have seen that 103% it comes to 1,001,667. So 1,001,667, whereas right now collateral's value is 1,010,000. Okay, that means more collateral is there. So 1,010,000 minus 1,001,667. So 8,333. Okay, how did I get this? I just took the difference between these two. Now this is like over collateralized. Okay, borrower is supposed to keep only 1,001,667, but the value of his collateral is 1,010,000. So that means he is over collateralized by 8,333. So in that case, lender will repay 8,333 to the borrower. So this is what collateral management. This is how collateral management happens. Okay, fine. Now there is one more learning you can take from here, and then there are some terminologies also I would like to say. If this this borrowing happens only for one day, then it is called overnight repo. And if it is for a longer period, it is called term repo. Okay, and hedge funds will go one step further to take more advantage over here. Like as I said, X and Y is the lender and Y is charging 2% repo rate. But imagine if this Y is a hedge fund. Now hedge fund, now what do? They take a lot of risk, and they try to maximize their profit. Now how they will try to maximize their profit is, see here, they are giving a loan and they are taking a collateral. Let's say in this case collateral's value was 1 million, and they already expected the price to come down. So in this case they already got 2% as their income. They are going to get 2% as the income. Along with that, what they will do is, in these 90 days, they will sell this collateral. They will sell this collateral in the market for 1 million, because that time that is the price for 1 million. Okay, but after 90 days when they are supposed to repay, but after 90 days when they are supposed to repay, they will buy it from the market buy it from the market at 990,000, assuming the prices come down. Okay, so in this case they have made a profit of 10,000 here as well, along with 2% repo rate. Okay, so when hedge fund does like this, they are called as, from their angle, this instrument is called as reverse repo. Okay, it is reverse repo from their angle. Fine. So these are some of the terminologies associated with collateral management. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks a lot.